What's up, everybody? It's your boy Inkad here with another Inkad review and reactions. And today, let's talk about Chelsea's game against Man City. Scores: Chelsea 1, Man City 3. So, today we saw the level Chelsea is at as a whole team, not just the players. We know these players are expensive. We know they're good players, but we're seeing what level we are as a whole, as a team, and we're average. We're really average. I watched the whole game from start to finish. We started out with our normal press, but I noticed that they weren't effective. The only thing I was waiting for was what Man City, the tactics Pep had for our presses. I noticed that there were no strikers, and I found out that, that De Bruyne was playing in the middle, false nine. So that automatically tells you that their midfield is going to be deadly. So I looked at the lineup at the start of the game. The lineup was good. I was actually pleased to see Werner in his favorite position, striker, center forward. But for this game, Werner he was everywhere. He was running like he didn't know what to do. I knew throughout the whole game, he was trying to impress Lampard, trying to do his best, but every time he was coming back, I was screaming, "Stay in the box, stay there. You're a striker, stay there." I know he was trying to please the team or the coach or the whatever, but I was like, dude, you're a striker, stay where you are. I don't know if Lampard told him to come out the box and come to the midfield and help the team, but I'm like, it's already 3-0. So Werner is somebody, this was not a good game for him. The tactics that Pep Guardiola put in this game did not help our attacking team. And they totally destroyed our defense, our defensive structure. Conte was working a lot. When you know Conte gets a yellow card, you know you're not playing well in defense. So let's start from the beginning. Yes, Chelsea were pressing. We looked good for a certain point. And then Man City started playing the tactics that Pep Guardiola told them with the false nine De Bruyne, with Gundogan, if I pronounced that wrong, and Foden. Man, these guys play. Sterling too was playing. He was doing his tricks and using his speed, but De Bruyne was destroying that midfield. Kovacic couldn't do much. Mount couldn't do much. And then when they got the ball, they were passing it around our midfield that our defense didn't know what was going to happen. And our left back and right backs, Azpilicueta and Chilwell, were always going forward. So that always left a gap in which the midfielders had to always try and defend and come back. But De Bruyne and them had already used, were passing through the spaces and scoring and just destroying that midfield, defensive midfield and defense in total. Zuma and Thiago Silva tried, but I don't blame them. There was so much space. And with De Bruyne and his passing accuracy, you don't want to mess up defensively. He will abuse you. And that's exactly what they did. From the first goal to the second goal to the third goal, all the way, they were just passing all the way through the midfield straight to the goal. And Lampard had nothing. I saw his face on the sideline. I was like, what are you going to do? Second half came, same thing. These guys, Man City they were outclassing us. I'm like, okay, we need some subs. We need some strikers. Werner's not performing, but keep him in. I know Werner's type of play. And we almost actually that's how the our first goal came about with Hudson-Odoi, who came in and played great. Ziyech was okay because we needed the crosses and stuff, but nobody was in the box. Werner is not that guy that gets headers and stuff. It was mostly Giroud. Werner is more of a pace, get in between defenders and run. So if you give him a good cross or through ball, he will run. And that's how our first goal came, in which Hudson-Odoi slid. It passed by Werner and it slid. But I was really frustrated with Werner the whole second half. He was always coming way back, and then when the threat was when we were threatening Man City or attacking, he was not even in the box. So I don't know if that was a Lampard thing or Werner trying to please Lampard. But we were totally outclassed in tactics, in fluidity, in chemistry. Man City was playing awesome. I'll give them that credit. Talk about Lampard. I did not know what those substitutions were. He substituted N'Golo Kante for Gilmore. I was like, yeah, these guys are killing us in the midfield. I know Kante is not that magical with his passes. He's a holding defender, but he's playing defense. He stopped so many threats from Man City. Man City would have probably beat us like 6-0, 7-0. N'Golo Kante played well. I guess because he had the yellow card, he decided to take him off for Billy Gilmore. I think Jorginho would have been a better fit. Jorginho can give those crosses to Werner and use Werner's pace. So Lampard really disappointed me with his substitutions and his tactics. And second half, he didn't change anything. Everything was still the same. They scored 3 goals on us with the tactics we were using, and you just subbed like for like. Billy Gilmore came on. Nothing. Hudson-Odoi for Ziyech. Hudson-Odoi did his thing. He's like, let me go in, let me try and do some tricks, pass through in there. But Man City's defensive structure was awesome today. They shut us down. I thought Lampard was going to bring Giroud in because Giroud has been scoring every game, and we could at least get something. I knew we weren't going to win the game because Man City was so disciplined and structured today. We were not going to win it. Who else came in? Oh, Havertz came in for Kovacic. Kovacic did not have a great game. They dominated that midfield where you couldn't just run in or do anything magical. Pulisic was awesome. He did his best, but I remember the commentator said like the team just wasn't matching his energy, which was true. And Werner stayed in, but he seemed desperate to prove himself, but it just wasn't working out. And then Hudson-Odoi, of course, had that good goal, very determined sliding in there and getting the ball in the net. But it was already too late. Well, we didn't really play well. And I just always look at Lampard like, you got all this. I mean, I know it takes time to develop a team, especially with this amount of money spent on them, but at least be above average. Don't be predictable. Right? Pep Guardiola changed things up to match the way you were playing, to dominate the way you were playing. What other plan did you have? Nothing. You just kept everything the same, and they were dominating us. This is showing inexperience as a coach. I love you, Lampard. You're great Chelsea player, great legend. But as a coach, you just need more development. You need to be able to see what's going on and counterattack that, or like put a tactics that will just at least balance the game or keep you guys on top. And I was not seeing that today. Let me know what you guys think about the game in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share my videos in my YouTube channel. All right, guys, NCAT out.